I really probably should have just continued on the other video because this step's pretty quick and then we have to open up a new document. But so if I want to sort a list, okay, so I'm going to select the bolded list, right? I'm selecting what I want to sort. And then I'm going to go to the paragraph group, right? So it's in the home tab, paragraph group. I have this A to Z button, okay? It's a sort button. So I'm just going to click on this. It's going to give me an option, right? I'm going to sort by section. Okay, so this is the first section, right? So paragraphs. And we're going to make sure it's ascending. Okay. Yep, it should be that. So then I'm going to click OK. And now it's sorted alphabetically. Okay, super simple. So now I'm going to open up the per diem document. So that should be right here. Per diem. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the insertion point on the blank line below meals and incidental breakdown, right? So the blank line is going to be right underneath. Okay, so this is a good example of why I'd want to maybe have my paragraph thing open. On the instructions, it said click the line below. If I just keep clicking right here, it's not going to ever be there, right? Because the way the spacing is in the document. This is the blank line because it has a blank paragraph mark right there. Okay, this stuff's actually pretty cool, so pay attention because I use it all the time. Okay, so we have what's called the tab selector. Okay, the tab selector is this button right here. I need to make sure that my ruler's on. Okay, so if it's not on, you click view, make sure it's clicked on, because if it's not, then I don't even have that tab selector. Okay, make sure that's turned on. Okay, so this is the tab selector. Okay, so this is the left tab, right? It makes an L, so left. This is the center tab, right? So it's like in the center. Click the button again. That's the right tab. Click it one more time. It should be the decimal tab. Click it one more time. It goes to a bar tab. This goes to a first line indent, right? So let's go ahead and make sure we have our center tab selected. Okay, so there is our center tab. Okay, so now we're going to, let's go ahead and on the ruler, we're going to click at the 2.5 inch mark. Okay, so 2.5 inch, so 2 inches, 0.5. Okay, so I'm going to click on that mark and you can see it placed whatever tab I had selected right there. Okay, so then let's also click at the 4 inch mark. Okay, so I have one at the 2.5, one at the 4. Okay, so now I'm going to push tab. Okay, so right now my cursor is right here. I'm going to push tab and it should automatically go to my next tab marker, which it did. Okay, and then I'm going to type in Chicago. And if you notice, it makes it so that the center of that word is wherever I put my center tab because I chose center tab, right? Okay, and then I'm going to hit tab again and it should go to my next tab, which is at 4 inches. I'm typing New York. Okay, so this is to replace, instead of hitting space, space, space until you get to where you want to type a word, this is a really easy way to replace that. Okay, so now we're going to select the list of words starting with breakfast and ending with totals. So I'm going to highlight all those words. I'm going to click the tab selector until I have the right tab, which should be this one. Just double check. Okay, right tab. Okay, so now I'm going to click the ruler at the 1 inch mark. Now notice my center tabs aren't there anymore. It's because I highlighted different lines now, right? If I go back to here, you'd see the center tab still there. Okay, so I'm going to click on the 1 inch. Okay, and then I'll click off my selection to deselect the list. And then I'm going to put the insertion point in front of each word in the list and push tab. So all this is going to do is push them so that they're lined up, right? So I'm going to hit tab. So it pushes them so they're all lined up right in order. And so you can see they're all a nice straight line because I set that left tab. Okay, so we're going to select the list of words starting with breakfast again to the end of the document. We're going to click the paragraph dialog box launcher. This is just another way of what we just did. Okay, so paragraph dialog box launcher. There's a tabs button at the bottom. In the tab stop position, that's right here, I'm going to type in 2.6. And then I'm going to select, in the alignment section, I'm going to select decimal. Okay. And then in the alignment section, that's just what we were using over here, right? Alignment equals this box. So we choose the decimal one. Okay. And then leader, we are going to select 2. Okay. So that's the dots. And then I'm going to hit set. Okay, so you can see it added to, so I had the 1 inch already selected, and it added another option for us. Okay, so let's go ahead and I hit set. Let's type in 4.1 now right here. Okay, so at 4.1 in the alignment section, I want it set to decimal, which is already set there again. And then in the leader section, I'm gonna hit 2. Okay, and I'm gonna click set. Okay, so now we have 3 different tabs. Okay, so then when I hit OK, you should see now I have these 2 that just appeared. Okay, so let's go ahead and click after the word breakfast, and I'm going to hit tab. Okay, and it's going to do dots all the way until my decimal spot. Okay, so let's see, I'm going to type in, let's do the $sign, be it all professional. Right, so $10.98. I'm going to hit tab and type in $12.50. Okay, so it looks all nice. I'm gonna click up here, I'm gonna hit tab. Okay, and I'm just gonna plug in all these numbers real quick. So expensive for dinner, huh? This is a perfect time for me to do some sort of, what is that company that does it's like priceless? It's gotta be a credit card company. MasterCard? Probably too old for you guys. $31.45. And so you can see this makes it easy instead of hitting dots over and over, right? Because maybe I know that I want to create some sort of menu or something, right? Instead of just doing the dots over and over and hitting return and then trying to figure that out, this is a really easy way to do that. Okay, so we just are using our tabs. Okay, and then this one is $55.77. And then $63.49. Okay, so that's how I set the tabs. Okay, so obviously I can do it this way. The easiest way though is we go to paragraphs, dialog box launcher, tabs. Okay, and then this gives you all the customizations, right? So I can do the same thing. Instead of dots, I could do dashes. I could do the line, right? So those are just easy ways to set them. Okay, so now let's go ahead and figure out how we move and clear the tabs. Okay, so we're going to select the block of text beginning with breakfast and ending with $63. Okay, so we'll position to the 4.1 that we set. Okay, and we're going to press and hold the mouse button and drag it to 5 inches. Let's see what that looks like. Right, so it's literally just dragging over with the dots. Okay, and then let's go ahead and drag the tab 2.6 to 3. Right, maybe we think it looks better that way. So then now we would want to select Chicago, right, and let's drag that tab to 3. And then we can select New York and drag that to 5, right? So it's easy, really easy for me to customize instead of hitting space, right? Because it causes formatting errors when you do that. Okay, let's place the insertion point anywhere on the last line, the totals line. Okay, now that that's selected there, we're gonna drag the tab set at 5 inches. We're gonna click and drag it off the ruler. So I click, and instead of going left and right, I can click and drag it down. And that makes it disappear. Okay, and then if I double click on the 3, it's gonna actually just open up my tabs selection. Okay, and then I can actually just hit this clear button, and that clears that tab. Okay, and then if I hit clear all, it clears all the tabs that are just on that line that I selected. Okay, so then when I hit OK, now they're gone. Okay, so that's all about tabs. You have an assignment that is 100% on tabs, so you might have to watch this video a couple times if you didn't get it the first time. But again, this is probably something that I use the most out of Word, right? It causes me less stress, and I'm able just to do some really cool things. So you're welcome.